Alright everyone, so to start this makeup look, I'm going with my MAC Fix Plus spray, and I'm going to go ahead and douse my face down just to add a little bit more moisture and keep my skin hydrated. Next, I'm going in with this Dr. Lips lip balm. I got this in my Birchbox this month, and it's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot more than my Vaseline, so that's something. Then for primer, I'm going in with this Maybelline Master Prime, the Blur and Smooth one. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face with my fingers. And if I miss any products or any brushes or anything like that, everything is going to be linked in the description box below, even the shade names and all of that. Then for foundation, I'm going in with this Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. And I am just going to pounce this into my skin with my Beauty Blender. I love this foundation. It is super full coverage. It is a little bit too matte for me. I have not been feeling matte foundations lately, but using that MAC Prep and Prime underneath really added some moisture and luminosity to the skin. For concealer, I'm going in with this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I am just going to go ahead and put this underneath my eyes, on my chin, Cupid's bow, nose, and forehead, just to highlight those areas. And if you guys have not tried this concealer, then you are really missing out, because this concealer is super cheap, and it is so good. Next, I'm going in with another LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in a darker shade. I'm going to use this to cream contour. And I'm going to put just a little bit of this right underneath the cheekbones and then around the temples and the forehead, just to contour everything out, give my face just a little bit more color back and a little bit more dimension. And I'm also bringing this on the sides of my nose. I am being really light-handed with this because this concealer is really dark. So be careful if you do this. I did not want to mess up my makeup, make my nose look super dark or anything like that. And I'm also putting this underneath my bottom lip and then around my chin area, just to carve out that area and make the lips look a little bit more plump. Then, of course, I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender and go ahead and blend all of this concealer in. Then to blend this cream contour in, I'm going in with this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And as you can see, I am not bringing this product down at all. I am trying to swipe this product around kind of to the side, back towards the hairline, and then I'm blending it upwards. I am not blending this product down. If you blend your cream contour down, it's kind of going to defeat the purpose of contouring, and it's going to make your cheekbones look sunken in and not chiseled. And as you can see, whenever I blend this nose contour in, I'm being really careful and really precise with this. Then once I get everything blended in, I'm going to go with my Beauty Blender and just kind of go over everything and make sure there are no harsh lines, no extra product, and that everything looks nice and smooth on the skin. Then I went ahead and took some more of that concealer and I put it underneath the cheekbones, underneath that contouring shade, just to clean that up just a little bit. It wasn't too messy or anything, but I did want to clean it up just a tiny little bit just to lift the cheekbones up more and just make sure that we have an overall super chiseled look today. And as you can see, that just cleans that area up so much. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and I am taking this powder on my damp beauty blender, and I'm going to go ahead and set to all of the high points of my face with this. Now, whenever I do this, I am not necessarily baking. I first of all like to put a thin layer of powder down and really, really press it down into the skin. As you can see, there is a little bit of extra powder, but there is not too much. I really, really like to push the powder down into the skin rather than letting it sit on top. I just feel like it sets my concealer down so much better. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. I am going to go ahead and take my Tarte in Bloom palette, and I'm taking this really, really pretty light pink shade right here on this Sonia Kashuk brush. And like I said before, all of the shade names, all the brush names, and everything will be listed in the description box below. Sorry, you guys, I cannot talk today. But if I miss anything, everything will be down there, and it will be linked and everything. It'll be super easy to find. Then I'm going in with this light brown shade from that same palette on that same brush, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in the exact same place I put that pink shade. I'm just really trying to build up colors, create dimension, and using all of these colors might seem a little extra, but once you get your makeup done, it will look super, super blended out and just super seamless and just better than if you were to use like 3 shadows. I always say the more shadows you use, the more blended your eye look is going to be. Then I'm going in with this kind of dark chocolatey brown color, and I switched to an e.l.f. blending brush for this. It's a little bit more dense than that Sonia Kashuk brush, and I am just taking this shade and putting it directly into the crease. Now, as you can see, I am blending this shade up into those other 2 colors, but I'm only doing that once I get less product on my brush, and I'm sure that it's not going to take the darkness up too high. I really, really want to keep this darkness in the crease. I don't want to bring it up or anything like that. Next, I'm going in with this cool toned kind of grayish brown shade from that same palette, and I switched to an It Cosmetics Airbrush blending crease brush. I think that's what it is. Like I said, everything will be listed down below. I am just taking this shade and putting it directly into the crease, and as you can see, that cool tone shade really, really defines the crease out. Then I am going to carve out the first half of my crease. And as you can see, I am just placing some concealer right at my lash line, and then I will go ahead and look straight up so that my concealer will kind of map out where my eyelid should be cut out, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I have hooded eyes a little bit, so sometimes whenever I do cut creases, you can't really see them too well. So I really, really like to use this method just to make sure you can see all the shadows and that I'm not doing all this hard work for nothing. So, like I said, I am not carving out my whole entire crease. I am just going halfway across the eyelid. And I did speed this up a little bit, but I did not edit that much out of this. I wanted you guys to see my process of how I cut my crease out and everything. It doesn't take me that long anymore, but it used to take me forever. And it still takes me a little bit of time now. Especially getting the 2 eyes to be even and everything, just because I really feel like my eyes are not the same shape. Like, I feel like my eyes are just 2 completely different shapes because my cut creases never come out the same. So that's what takes me personally the longest, is making them even and everything. But like I said, I did not cut out any of this footage. I just wanted you guys to see how I did my cut crease and how it takes me just a little bit to do it. So, if it takes you a little bit to do a cut crease, don't worry about it. Just get it done, and the next time you do it, you're going to be a little bit faster. And every time that you do it, you're going to get just a little bit better at it until you're just like the cut crease queen, and you don't even know what happened. You just wake up one day and you can just perfectly cut out your crease. So once I get that crease cut out, I'm going in with this light gold shade from that palette, and I am just going to go ahead and take this and just pat it all over that area where we put the concealer. And this shade is so pretty, you guys. This is probably the shade that I've used the most out of this palette, just because it's so pretty and gold and shimmery. And honestly, you could leave it right here and it would look beautiful. I decided that I was going to be a little extra, but you could have left it right there. So then I'm taking this darker kind of coppery shimmery shade, and I am just popping this right on the outer parts of the lid. Not where we cut the crease out, but just right where we stopped cutting the crease, and then all the way out to the outer part of the lid, just to add a little bit of dimension and kind of blend that gold shade in with everything else. And like I said, you could leave it right there if you wanted to, but I decided that I wanted to go in with some glitter. So I'm taking this NYX glitter glue and then this little gold glitter from NYX as well. And I am just going to go ahead and start patting this glitter glue straight onto the lid, just right over that gold shade. And then I am just going to pick the glitter up on that same brush, which this is the brush I got from my Naked 3 palette, by the way. I just really like this flat end of this brush. But I'm just dipping straight into the glitter and just applying it right onto the lids. And as you can see, this glitter is so pretty, you guys. I am a sucker for like gold, coppery, any kind of glitter that's like goldish or warm toned. I'm like all for it. So as you can see, I am not taking this glitter all the way across the lid. I am just stopping right where that first light gold shade ends. I am not wanting the whole lid to have this gold on it. I just want the first inner part of the lid to have the gold on it. And then I'm going to go through and repeat the same process with my other eye. And then I will take just a little bit more of that darker kind of coppery, shimmery shade. And I'm just going to stipple it onto the edge of the eyes just to blend a little bit. Make sure everything looks really, really seamless. Now, as you can see, I'm taking like 2 different brushes to do this. Just because I didn't want to like blend around or anything and knock any of the glitter off. I was just trying to create a little bit of depth in the outer corner. Then I'm going in with this Stila eyeshadow. It's just one of their new glitter ones. And I'm taking this on just a little angled brush. And I'm so sorry that I am not even in the camera for this, but you know, y'all know how I am. And I am just taking this and just really, really going right at the edges of that gold shade on the inner part of the eyes. Now, it's kind of pointless, like you can't really see it, but it just adds a little bit of something for me. It just really cleaned up the look for me. It didn't add any extra shimmer or any extra color or anything. It kind of blended in with the gold, but it really did clean up that inner part of my eye and just make everything look a lot better. And now I'm going in with some eyeliner, and you guys, I tried really, really hard to stay in the camera for this. I really did. I still did such a bad job at filming my eyeliner. Like, I swear I cannot film eyeliner. Like, to save my life, I cannot do it. But I tried, you guys. I tried to film. I did this simple little wing. Hopefully you get something from that little tidbit of that. So next I'm going in with that cool tone shade on the top row, and I am just going to go ahead and buff that into my lower lash line. I am not taking it too far down. I'm keeping it kind of close to the lash line, but I'm blending it out at the same time. This is just going to add a little bit of depth and a little bit of color to my lower lash line. Next, I'm taking this tan shade and then this kind of pink and burgundy shade, and I'm going to mix them together. And I'm taking them on a fluffy brush, and I'm just really, really going to go at the bottom of the lash line and just kind of blend those other shades out and really blow it out a little bit and kind of warm it up just a tiny little bit. Now I am going back to the face. I am just going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with that same Maybelline powder. Next, I'm going in with this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm just going to put this everywhere where we put that cream bronzer at. Underneath the cheekbones, around the forehead, the temples, and down the sides of the nose, and all of that mess. I am taking this on this itty bitty little brush I got from EcoTools. It just came in one of their like the on-the-go brush packs or whatever, but I really like this little brush. I like tiny little brushes like this to contour just because I don't want my product going around everywhere. I like itty bitty little brushes like this so I can be really precise and really clean with everything. Then I am just taking that powder brush that we used and I am just kind of blending around my nose and the chin and everything just to make sure there are no harsh lines. And then I am just taking a little bit of translucent powder and putting it right beside my eyes just because I cleaned my eyeliner up with some concealer and it was just kind of like sticky on the sides of my eyes and I did not want anything to get patchy right there, so I put down some powder just to set it down. And then I went ahead and cleaned up my nose contour a little bit. I just took some powder and drug it down the sides of my nose and then in the middle of my nose just to really define that darkness on the sides and really give it that contoured, chiseled out look. Now I'm not letting this powder sit for very long. I'm just basically putting it on and wiping it off, nothing extravagant. Now I'm going in with my Jaclyn Hill face palette and I'm taking the shade Rose Quartz, and as you can see I got like way too much on my brush. I thought I dipped only like 2 or 3 times, but apparently I swirled it around or something because that was a lot of blush on my brush. But I'm just taking this and putting on the backs of the cheekbones and working my way in. I love this blush. It's such a pretty pink shade and it does have some shimmer to it, so it just adds the prettiest glow to the skin, and it is just, it's one of my favorite blushes of all time. Next, I am just going to go on with that same Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am taking the shade Prosecco Pop on this little Flawless concealer brush from e.l.f. And as you can see, I'm usually using Champagne Pop because even though it's been out for a while, Champagne Pop is still like my go-to highlighter. So, you know, but today I decided to switch it up and go with some Prosecco Pop. I felt like it matched the eyes a lot better and just looked super pretty with this look. So I am taking this highlighter and I am putting it on all the high points in my face. I'm going on the cheekbones, on the chin, cupid's bow, nose, and above the eyebrows. And I am not being light-handed with this at all. I was trying to glow. We had the glitter going on, so I was just going for it. I was trying to glow today. Then I am actually going to go ahead and go in with this NYX Duochromatic highlighter, and this one's kind of like a white shade. It has kind of like a blue hint to it, but it's more white. And I am just taking this and going right over top. I was looking at it and this highlighter was a little too gold for me. It's super pretty, but it was just too gold for my skin tone. So I just took a little bit of this over top just to give it a little bit more of a white hint to it. And it just looked so much better with this over top. And it looks so pretty and so like duochromatic. I don't want to say that because that's what the NYX highlighter is called, but it really did, like, if you look from one side, you could see the gold, you could see the white, you could see the blue. It was just a really pretty highlighting combination. Next, I went in with these Ardell Wispies and just popped them onto the lashes. And now I'm just taking some mascara to blend my falsies with my natural lashes. Next, I'm taking this Maybelline Lasting Drama eye pencil. What am I saying? This is in a nude shade. It is not white. It is not super bright or anything. Well, it is bright, but it's more of a nude than a white shade. And it just really brings the eyes out and just opens them up and makes this look super feminine and just super awake looking and really put together. Then, of course, I'm going to take a little bit more of my powder and just bake right underneath the contour just to make sure my cheekbones are nice and snatched and nice and chiseled out. Then I'm going in with the shade Beam from my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone with this shade. And then I'm also taking this and putting it in the inner corners of the eyes. And then, just for the heck of it, like I didn't have enough highlighter on my face right now, I actually took the shade Beam from my Jaclyn Hill palette and applied it to my cheekbones and my chin, my nose, my cupid's bow, my forehead, all the places we've already highlighted. I put some more on. Big surprise. But if you guys have the Jaclyn Hill palette and you have not used Beam or Enlight as an actual like face highlighter, then you are missing out because they are both really, really pretty on the skin. I use them a lot, but I'm trying to chill so I don't use all of them and then you just have to like buy them in a single shade because I'm pretty sure you can't do that. So then I'm just going to go ahead and wipe all of the excess powder away. And then I'm going to go in and set my eyebrows with some clear brow gel. I'm just brushing my eyebrows up. Y'all know the drill. Then moving on to lips, I'm going in with this Lipstick Queen lip liner in the shade Nude. And I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with this. Then for lipstick, I'm going in with this Too Faced Melted lipstick in the shade Melted Chihuahua, I do believe. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over the lips. Then for my finishing touch, I'm going in with this lip top coat. It's just a really pretty shimmery lip gloss type thing. I'm going to go ahead and apply this right over top of that lipstick. Alrighty everyone, so this is the finished look for today. It was super, super fun and glittery and pretty. And if you like this tutorial and you like this makeup, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me a nice comment, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye!